The group returned from where they had just come, and this time when entering the stadium, rather than just the plain flooring on the arena floor, out from underneath, a large portal had been lifted and placed there. As the group walked closer to the portal, Quinn was beginning to hear his heart beat louder, and he wasn't the only one. "What's wrong, boy?" Leo said. "It's nothing," he replied. But it was a lie. After throwing up the food pill, it was clear to him that his body had changed after the last evolution. He could eat food, and now he couldn't. So what about other changes? Before, when walking into the sun, he would lose half his stats. What if this time he just burnt to ashes? The group stepped into the portal and exited out from the other end. As they opened their eyes, they could see they were in the training hall, the same one where Peter had pushed Quinn. "Vorden, you head back to class. There's some checks I still need to do on Quinn," Haley said. "Del, you're free to go, and Leo, you come with me. We will report this back to Nathan, telling him the mission is a success, and I'm guessing he will decide what to do with the true dream body." The students were currently in the middle of their classes. Layla was sitting in her seat, hitting her pen constantly on her table. She moved it up and down in the middle with her fingers. It was something she would do whenever she had something on her mind. As soon as classes were over and she entered the hallway, she could hear all the other students mumbling away. "Did you hear? Apparently the missing students are back." "Are you sure?" "Yeah, I saw Vorden walking back to the dorms, and Professor Dell was cheering out loudly in the hallway." "Vorden's back, but what about Quinn?" Layla thought. She immediately rushed over to the boys' dorm to see if the rumors she heard were true. She gathered her courage and knocked at the door. A few seconds later, and the last person she wanted to see had opened it. It was Vorden. "Look, let me just get to Chase. Where is Quinn?" Vorden smiled as soon as he saw who was at the door. "He's at the doctor's office." "Thank you," she said as she rushed off. "Wait!" Vorden shouted. As she turned around, she could still see a huge grin on his face. "You're not the only one that knows anymore," he said. "What do you mean?" Layla asked. Vorden then started to walk over to her slowly. The grin on his face was beginning to get creepier by the second. "I'm saying you're no longer special and not needed by him anymore, because I know." Layla turned and continued to run, and as she did, she had the final say. "I guess you're still a crazy boy." She ran and ran until eventually she had finally reached the doctor's office. "Quinn!" she said, surprised. For a moment she had to look him up and down a couple of times. His jawline, his clear skin, and just something about him was pulling her towards him. "What's going on?" she said. "Are you using some type of charm spell on me?" She had read enough vampire novels to know what was happening. Her mind was now running wild with thoughts.
Want to watch more episodes of my vampire system? Follow Pocket FM Fantasy Chronicles. You can watch the next episode here in the playlist.